Thank you for joining us on Sheridan County Ag Update. Today we have the 2023 Sheridan Wild Rodeo Co-Senior Princess, Isabella Yellowtail. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. It's about to get real busy for you.
Oh, my goodness. You know it. You know it.
This week is going to fly by, but I'm sure it's going to be a blast. So tell us what you've got planned this week.
Oh, my goodness. So we will start out with slack on Wednesday, but of course you can't forget the boot kickoff on Tuesday, and then the week will end on Saturday, sadly. But in between then, lots and lots of fun and wild stuff happening, like the carnival, the parade on Friday, and of course the rodeo in between.
So you start with the boot kickoff tomorrow night.
Yes.
And will all the current and new royalty be there, or just you and Kylie?
Yes. So the current royalty will be there, of course, helping out the little kids with the little barrel pattern. And the new royalty will also be there. All 5 girls will be walking around, greeting people, and making their new appearance.
Great. Kind of getting them broken for the next year.
Obviously, yes.
Yes. So then you go to slack each morning. You girls will be there, except for Friday morning when you're at the parade.
Oh, yes. Our little break.
Yes. And every evening. And then I'm sure you have certain royalty things in between, luncheons and things, especially with state queens that are going to be here.
Hopefully we get some state queens there. I'm really crossing my fingers for that. But Queens luncheons after the parade, and then we go and sign autographs all over the place down Main Street and stuff like that. So if you're available after the parade, come and get an autograph from us.
Awesome. So besides Sheridan Wild Rodeo, what has been your favorite rodeo so far in your reign?
You're going to make me pick right now? Seriously?
Okay, well, give me top 3.
Okay, top 3. Well, the Johnson County Rodeo, of course, because that is the first rodeo I got to actually, do an official hot lap and carry flags and just kind of break in my new title. And then Thermopolis Rodeo, because I got to carry so many flags. That was so fun and so good for cricket, getting ready, especially for Wranglers. And he had so many kids hanging off of him, so many people just loving on him. So, of course, he's broken in for Sheridan Rodeo.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, the hot laps and pushing cattle back, just getting ready. And, I got to meet so many queens, like Dusty Miller, the Thermopolis queen, Sammy Cooley, Miss Matizzi. They are so kind to me. And then my most favorite was probably my most recent rodeo was the Cody Rodeo. So that was fun.
They have a great program over there that I know that they do with their royalty. And I know some of the past girls that have got to go whitewater rafting and all kinds of fun stuff. So, and Johnson County, they have a wonderful board down there.
They do.
They are really super sweet. They've come up. I've been able to meet them over the years. And near and dear to my heart, the Sheridan Wild Rodeo Wranglers that you're carrying in.
Yes. I love the Wranglers so much. When I was a little girl growing up, watching those patterns, it was just so mesmerizing to me. And then as I got older, I knew I wanted to be a part of it, but it looked so intimidating. But soon as you join, they're just so welcoming, so sweet, so, heartwarming, just everything you'd want to be a part of.
They're a great group of ladies, from the board to the members. And that was the one thing I loved over my years of doing it, was watching the friendships grow and the relationships. And it's awesome to see some of those older gals, and gals your age,
just girls of all ages,
take those younger girls and help mentor them. And so that's always a great thing.
Yes. And I think the biggest thank you that I could give out is probably to Riata Cook, Miss Rodeo Wyoming this year, because she has been a huge help to me, especially in gaining confidence in my title and doing interviews like this and just being out in the open as royalty. She's been one of my biggest mentors.
It's been fun over the years to watch her, because I can remember when she was a junior princess. It doesn't age me at all, but it's been fun to watch her grow, especially from she was always such a beautiful young girl, but she was kind of quiet and she was a little shy. And, then Friday night I got to see her be up there and emceeing and really being open. And it was so much fun to get to see that growth.
Exactly. And I think what helped me a lot is that I'm already so outgoing and already an extrovert, but she had so many little tips and tricks and rodeo queen hacks that helped me so much throughout my year, that cut down my workload by 75%. So
Now, just let's talk a little bit about if anybody was at the royalty contest Friday night, or I'm sure you'll be representing it this week, the red handprint for MMIP. Let's talk a little bit about that as your platform.
Well, my platform is MMIP, Missing and Murdered Indigenous People, and I rep that a lot. I rep it so much. Like, that entire thing is my life. Of course, I was the founder and host of the Tongue River High School powwow that sponsored MMIP and raised money for that. But of course, my brother was a victim of it, and I have so many friends and family members that know people and are victims of it. So that's why it's so near and dear to my heart, and why I will be representing it a lot throughout this week.
Well, I think it's something that folks don't realize that it's happening 50 miles from us.
Exactly.
That it's and it's not all over, but it's happening right in our back door.
Exactly.
And it's great to be able to bring that forward. I know Shayla Connor, when she was Miss Sheridan Wild Rodeo and she was on the Wranglers, all the girls put red handprints on their horses one night. And so I think it's great. And I think it's wonderful that you are promoting that and getting that out there to people.
Yeah. And I'm really glad Shayla Connor did a trailblazing moment for me, made it a lot easier for me. And, well, of course not easier, but people already knew about it when I came into the picture, so that I didn't have to explain as much, And I feel like a lot of people see it on the evening news and just say, like, oh, that'll never happen to us. But they, of course, they don't realize that it's literally right in their backyard. So, yeah.
I mean, our family, my dad trained horses and actually knew of one of the young girls who, the Harris girl who was passed away. Dad had trained horses for them. And so you're right. It hits everybody. I mean, it's somewhere along the way, somebody that it's happened to their family.
It's not far from you, maybe an arm's length away from you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well,
what else do you want to talk about your reign this year? What else do you get to do for the rest of the year? Because it's not, your reign doesn't end on Saturday. Like, you get to go through the end of the year, correct?
Well, okay. So, I get to go to Shine Frontier Days after this. And I get to see the one and only Zach Bryan in concert. And I'm not to flex. I'm right in front of the stage. So.
Okay, well, you be representing.
I will.
We'll be looking
Don't
for
worry about it. Don't even worry about it. My sash and crown will be as shiny as ever. And if it doesn't blind Zach while he's on stage, then I didn't do it right.
No.
So after the Shine Frontier Days, then I'll go to Deadwood.
Okay.
And probably in between those weeks, I'll go to little events here in Sheridan, local, and of course back at my home reservation. And then come August, I'm headed for college.
Are you going to get to go to Crow Fair and represent at Crow Fair this year?
Oh, I sure hope so. But, being on a track and field scholarship, they keep us real tied down. So hopefully, crossing fingers, they'll let me go to Crow Fair and represent. So
at least one day.
Yes.
At least one day. Make championship Sunday.
I know. So go around, take pictures, and let all the little girls know on the reservation that it's not impossible to get a PRCA title.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, Isabella, you've done a wonderful job this year representing, and I know you'll continue to do a great job in setting that standard for these next 5 ladies who are coming in. So have a great Sheridan Wild Rodeo week, and thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed it here.
You bet. Check out more news, sports, and podcasts featuring Sheridan Wild Rodeo this week on our Everything Rodeo page on SheridanMedia.com.